So I guess with the recent news, I can't even make a proper review video for the beta for Black Ops 7 as none of it will be pretty much relevant. My experience is going to be completely different. For those of you that don't know, Treyarch just came out with probably the biggest bombshell news imaginable, basically openly discussing that the fact that matchmaking is pretty much going to be next to reduced or gone at this point. On top of that, lobbies are going to be staying. So the main things I've been asking for, basically, reduce the skill-based matchmaking and stop disbanding lobbies. All of that is going to be in the final game. So on their tweet today, they came out and said, open matchmaking confirmed. At launch, open matchmaking with minimal skill consideration will be the default matchmaking for Black Ops 7 multiplayer. Our team is committed to providing players with a more varied experience, and the beta was a valuable opportunity to test this approach. We've heard the community discussion around lobby disbanding, and we're focused on keeping the players together from match to match more often in Black Ops 7. Together, we're excited to announce we'll have persistent lobbies at launch, and we'll have more details closer to launch. On top of that, they did also announce that they're going to be making some tweaks to the aim assist on the controller side. So, yeah, pretty much everything that I was going to basically say about this game, some of the stuff I had issues with, are pretty much irrelevant at this point until I actually play the full game. Am I going to? No. As much as this is all like good news and everything, I still don't fully trust them enough to actually shell out $70 for this game. Like I said, it's all good changes, but it's still not enough for me to just drop my money when there's other games I want to play. And honestly, like I said, it's more or less, this is all sounding good, but after the many lies they've done to us over the years, the only thing now at this point is, even though it sounds good, I just kind of think, what's the catch? How long do we have until they change it? Or, like I said, and one of the things that I'm kind of expecting is, what if eventually they do allow this change in, and then, next year, Call of Duty wise with Infinity Ward and Modern Warfare 4, they bring it right back. Like maybe they're just doing this as kind of like a Costco hot dog situation where they're just going to have to ditch the skill-based matchmaking, give the players what they want, and kind of bleed money in the process if no one's buying bundles yet. Pretty much to basically get back in the good graces of people. And then once they get comfortable, the player base, and they're like, okay, Call of Duty's back, they go right back to implementing the strictest skill-based matchmaking because they spent a lot of money building the system. So for them to just kind of take a loss, I mean, they've been doing this for since 2019. So what's 1 year of them ditching the system if they're not going to just immediately bring it back next year and say, oh, we were testing, loose skill-based matchmaking and lobby disbanding in Black Ops 7 and it didn't work out. So we are going to, be bringing it back as its player retention or something. And honestly, it's just going to, I don't know, it's only going to attract the people that were never good at the game. Because like I said, now, I mean, I don't know, my matches just always felt off. And the funny thing is, it was just, too many sweats in a sense. But at the same time, it also, the one thing that kind of made it seem like not much of a skill game was the aim assist. Compared to the other games I played, like Battlefield 6 beta, the finals and everything, the aim assist in this game is so ridiculously strong that if you get a sweat that knows how to abuse it, that's pretty much where most of the fun, it ends up becoming ruined, because a lot of people will basically think they're good at this game when the game's just basically playing themselves. Again, this is all good changes, but to be honest, knowing how they're going to be desperate to beat Battlefield 6, I can expect a free weekend trial. Just like, try the new multiplayer, try Black Ops 7 for the weekend. I think that if I download it, play it, and I find myself playing with the same people for 3 to 4 matches in a row, unless they back out or something, but I find myself consistently, enjoying a lobby where, the various skills are in the lobby, and the same people just stick in match after match after match, and I'm like, okay, so the lobby disbanding is a thing in this game. Then, I'll actually consider it, and, because every time they seem to do these, like, free trials, the game also goes on sale. And, like I said, if it's just going to be a DLC of Black Ops 6, which, by the way, they, as of me recording this video, they've already done a free trial. I believe, no, I think it's tomorrow or right now actually, but they're doing a free trial for the full game of Black Ops 6. But I really don't see myself really wanting to test that even out if it's true or not, simply because I'm pretty sure the full skill-based matchmaking system that's plaguing the games in general is in that one. So I really don't want to get my hopes up and be like, oh cool, Treyarch and Activision are finally doing right by the community, and then I go play and it's just the sweatiest lobbies imaginable. Like I said, I can always just wait and just see until Black Ops 7 goes on sale, and if this, or again, if they do a free trial, if they do that, I play it, and I instantly notice, okay, the lobbies don't feel as sweaty as I'm used to. They don't feel like I'm playing ranked all the time. I'm fighting, going against the same people, or it's like switching us around on teams, but these are exactly the same people that I was originally queued up with when I first joined the lobby. If that stays consistent, then maybe around December I'll look into buying the game. But as of right now, I just do not trust them enough. Like I said, these are all words. These are all things they could have easily tested in the beta, and they didn't. So, I still am not ready to take, their word just yet until, I actually see it for myself on the full release during the trial. Like I said, I need a trial because, like I said, a lot of changes are going to be happening. The aim that I have now, I mean, like I said, mentioned before, it was so sticky that I eventually tested to see how many times can I get a kill with just a pistol, and it was pretty consistent. But the thing is, everyone was just using nothing but fully automatic weapons. So, like I said, and I've seen some people where they really rely on the aim assist because, well, basically, if they're missing their shots, the aim assist starts to slowly tweak itself and basically land shots for them. But like I said, when hopefully we get more information on that, but that's pretty much everything. It's an arcade shooter, but they just turned it into such a sweat fest for the people that have been with Call of Duty for the longest. And honestly, like I said, I just hope Call of Duty really is back, because like I said, it's one of the franchises I don't want to die, but I also kind of see it happening where if this is just a one-time thing, because Infinity, like I said, and the reason why I'm being skeptical is the whole skill-based matchmaking started with Infinity Ward, with Modern Warfare 2019. It started with them, so I can see it basically coming right back and us repeating the same situation of they're having a new engine, they're testing Modern Warfare 4, saying it's the next Call of Duty, the same basically, just basically regurgitating everything they've advertised when they were doing Modern Warfare 2019, but this time on a stronger engine. But then at the same time, they're just gonna slide in or find some cheap way to basically add skill-based matchmaking and lobby disbanding again. Because like I said, it started with Infinity Ward, so that's one of the things I don't think I'm ever gonna trust them in general. I don't trust Infinity Ward because they're the reason the system was in play in the first place. But yeah, like I said, all good changes, but I think I need to try a free weekend before I, get my hopes up and decide to buy the game. There's other games I want to play, but this is just like, I really don't want to just yet, because like I said, it's a glorified DLC. It's another repeat of Modern Warfare 20 or Modern Warfare 3, and while that game's good now, it still has skill-based matchmaking, not as tightly because there's nobody left playing the game. So, but like I said, free weekend, I'll give it a go, and if then, I noticed, lobbies not disbanding, lobby or matches don't feel as sweaty, I don't mind a challenge. I just don't want it to be an all-around thing, or say I sweat my ass off and we came close and we won a match, but the other team was sweaty as hell. Next match, I'm playing people that don't even know what they're doing, and it becomes such an easy. I don't want rigged matches where just because I lost because the other team was better than me, the game wants to then dump me into a easier lobby because I lost a little too badly that it thinks I'm gonna leave. Because when I get an easier match, it doesn't feel as satisfying, so I end up just leaving anyway. which like I said, the whole system not very good, and hopefully they just I don't know. That's like I said, I'm just kind of keep repeating myself. Good changes, but I need to test it as a final release with all the full maps at launch, because the maps in the beta, some of them were just, they felt small. And the funny thing is about the map that you're seeing now was, I don't know, one of the developers for the game saying, "Oh, one of my favorite parts is the cat cafe." And I'm gonna be honest with you, I was running through this match. I don't know if you've been paying attention to the footage. Not once. I don't think I even ran through the cat cafe or even noticed it. So I can tell that if skill-based matchmaking was a thing where they would land, as they have plenty of time to just observe every detail in the map. I barely get a chance to. So like I said, I'm playing the map that apparently was like, my favorite thing is the cat cafe, and I barely even noticed it. But yeah, a lot of pressure from Battlefield 6, the community basically finally letting them know, hey, we're sick of skill-based matchmaking. We're sick of all this. Change it. And, they can't really keep doing this any longer. If they do it if they were cocky enough to do it one more time after saying Call of Duty is too big to fail, and they did it one last time, like I said, it's basically business-wise, they are screwing themselves over if they don't fix it now. Because, and this is like I feel like a broken record player saying this, but Grand Theft Auto 6 comes out next year. If they screw this up, there are going to be people that are going to like, do I want to play, a Grand Theft Auto game that another one won't come out until 20 years from now? Or do I just want to play another yearly entry of Call of Duty where they're just rigging my matches? This was not a sustainable feature. They wasted too much money, almost similar to like those people that wasted too much money on crypto, and you look where they're at now, where no one takes crypto seriously. No one takes, those meme coins seriously anymore. They just treat them like scams. You can only do it for so much before people get sick of it, and you're forced to just do what the people ask of you if you want to make your money back. But that was such a long rant, and here's hoping, though. Like I said, Call of Duty comes out in next month. Battlefield 6 is going to be getting all the momentum building up to them, so they really got to step it up if they don't want to lose. Because if they lose to Battlefield, it's going to bleed into next year, where they're going to have to start competing with Grand Theft Auto 6, and you never know, year 2 content of Battlefield 6. There's like so much Arc Raiders, which for some reason is banned on there as well. But like I said, hopefully they learned their lesson, and here's hoping they actually make a good Call of Duty game this year. All good changes. No more strict skill-based matchmaking that affects connection and all that. Faster matchmaking. No more lobbies disbanding. Like all good stuff. Tweaks to the aim assist. But all we can do now is hope and see if this is what actually brings Call of Duty back, and hopefully we actually have a good year in Call of Duty upon us. Anyways, if you enjoyed this video, leave a like, subscribe if you're new. Follow my Twitch. All that should be linked in the bio, otherwise on my profile. And until next time, see you later, everyone.